and pretty soon we're going to see that sap that's going to start running in those maple trees. And it's our responsibility to go out there and to greet those maple trees. You know, our men or our women will go out into the woods and, you know, find those trees and tap those trees and bring forth that first medicine, you know, the sap from the trees, which reminds us of the time for cleansing. That time they'll go out and they'll have about a month, maybe 6 weeks to tap the trees and to, you know, to draw the sap from those trees and to, you know, to do, gather that sap and to drink it, because when they drink it from this, like right out there in the woods, that they do a ceremony to give thanks for it and to drink the sap. And then, you know, it's a cleanser for our bodies, for the illnesses over, you know, winter and fall, that we've gathered those things in our bodies. So when we drink that sap, it cleanses out our system. That's our first cleansing agent. You have to go and tap the tree. There's a lot of work in going out to tap the tree, and you know, and if you're not a, you know, if you're not a woods person, you don't know what kind of tree a maple tree is, because it's got no leaves on it, and you have to know the bark. You know, you have to know like the branches and all of that, what kind of tree you're looking for. So you have to tap the right tree in order to get maple sap. So it's building that relationship. You have to go out there. You have to look for those trees. Is this the one? You know, because all the trees have a different bark on the side of it. Some grow, well, there's only one bark on the trees that grows sideways, and that's the birch tree. All the other barks are going up and down. But they all have a certain kind of bark on the trees so that you're able to identify which one is which. So when you go out there, you got to look for that tree, and it's not easy to walk in the woods. I know some young men who have gone to walk in the woods and they break their leg because they're not used to walking. It's because we're used to walking on cement and the pavement and this kind of floors. Like we're not used to walking in the woods. So you go in and you know, you have to actually be physically fit to go into the woods, because it's a lot of work to walk in that snow. It's nice to have a partner to work with, you know, to help you make a fire, because you got to gather wood. You got to dig a hole to build that, you know, to build a fire in this little trench so that you can, you know, put your pot over top to cook your sap. And it takes a lot of sap to make 1 gallon of, it takes 40 gallons of sap to make 1 quart of syrup. And so there's a lot of discipline that comes with, you know, with going out there to build a relationship. Because if you're, you know, a lot of kids now when we eat, there's a lot of food that's wasted. And when they see syrup, like you just, you know, squirt that bottle until, you know, it's almost empty. Because they don't know how much work it was to go out and tap that tree, the cold, you know, you're out there because it's not really warm yet. You go out there, you got to gather your wood, you got to be warm by that fire. You got to, you know, make sure your fire's good, so when you're boiling your sap, you got to keep boiling it until it boils down. And you know, you can store your maple sap, because, I mean your syrup, because that's the sweetener. It's a natural sweetener for us. And then, you know, you get to have that throughout the year, and you have enough for your family to get you through to winter. And, you know, and you come out of the woods with some of the sap that's, you know, boiled down pretty good, but you can finish it out there in the woods, or you can bring it home and boil it outside. Don't cook it inside, because your walls will be all sticky and ceiling will be all sticky all over the place. So, yeah. So, you know, and besides being outside at this time of the year it's a great refreshing time.